Don't have any special powers.
Oh, I have one, Johnny. I never give up.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to go over one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the DC fan site that'll have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. Batman number 428 from 1988. I truly do love this DC Bullet. Oh, what a shame they had to get rid of it. There's a if you don't know what I mean, go Google it. All right, this is a regular sized issue, so no more double sized issues. We are in part 3 of A Death in the Family with this beautiful cover by Mike Mignola or Mignola. I really don't know which one is correct. I'm kind of do it phonetically, so I say Mignola. This is his old signature before we settled into his current signature. So we see some of his blockiness, but not quite there yet. But definitely spotting the blacks. This dude, I tell you. So it is the same creative team of Jim Starlin, writer, Jim Aparo, penciler, and I forgot who Jim Aparo's inker is, but we'll get to it. So Batman's looking for Robin because it exploded. Jason, where are you? And of course, this is written in first person point of view. I warned you not to take on the Joker by yourself. I begged you to wait, Jason, but of course you didn't. You never listen. Why? Why? Thinks Batman. Why didn't I see that you were too young for this kind of work? How could I have been so stupid? Mike DiCarlo is the inker. So, Jim Starlin only has a couple more issues left. He had a very short run, but I really do enjoy his take on Batman. He's of course known for Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Silver Surfer, all that epic space soap opera type stuff. But seeing him kind of do nitty gritty kind of characters, he does a Punisher limited series. He does, of course. He did Batman the Cult. I have a Batman playlist. Feel free to check it out if you would so like. So Batman continues. It's just that I felt so adrift when I lost Dick Grayson as a partner. The Batman needs a Robin, but that was a different, less dangerous time. I guess the truth is that I was lonely, didn't want to go it alone. So what I do, I bring a young innocent into this mad game. I must be insane. Jason, what happened here? Just what? And now we're going back to the past, where how he met Jason Todd, who was stealing the Batmobiles, hubcaps or tires here. He was ripping off the tires of the Batmobile. That's what. This is how Jason Todd and I first met. He was living on his own in an abandoned apartment building. The kid was getting by boosting tires. His mother had recently died. His father had disappeared, possibly been thrown in jail. At least that's what we thought at the time. So in a moment of sentimental lunacy, I took the boy in and revealed to him that Bruce Wayne was the Batman. I thought I found my new Robin. You know, Bruce Wayne has a bad habit of, used to be nobody knew except a few people that Bruce Wayne was Batman. Now this dude is showing everybody who we'd be better off not, who doesn't know Bruce Wayne is Batman in the comic world. So Jason took the training like a fish to water. He was quick and intelligent. It was like training Dick again. You can see Batman smiling. But this kid had a rebellious streak in him. I told myself he'd work it out of his system in time. Yes, I blinded myself so much. I hate that costume for Robin. Jason and I were going to be a great team. That was all that mattered. The dynamic duo had been reunited. So one of my theories is, and this is just a theory, is that Jim Starlin wanted to kill Robin, so decided to make him more of a jerk. Because if you look at Mike W. Barr's run in Detective Comics, Jason Todd was like a 12-year-old kid, and he was all like, "Oh gosh," and this and that. But Jim Starlin kind of aged him up a little bit and made him a brat. So. But right from the start, there was trouble. The new Robin came with an overload of emotional luggage. My investigation soon uncovered the fact that Jason's father had worked for the gangster Two-Face. Worse, it appeared that Two-Face had killed him for failing on some assignment. Then I made the blunder of filing this information in the Batcave's computers. So many mistakes. And so, yes, I found it. How could you keep this from me? Of course, after that, our top priority was tracking down and busting Two-Face's gang. My worst fear was that Jason wanted more than justice for his father's death. I was afraid he was out for blood. And then the moment of truth came. Circumstances put Two-Face at the boy's mercy. Jason walked away. He let Two-Face's punishment be determined by the law. I was so proud of the lad. I thought at last everything would be okay. But things didn't work out. Jason's confrontation with Two-Face gave him no peace. He began to have dark moods and got more rebellious. Well, not in Detective Comics. And so Batman continues with more about just everything that's happened. And of course, this last one here. That's when things went from bad to worse when Jason found out about his mother. His real mother, and here she is, Dr. Sheila Haywood. Jason's real mother, she was obviously caught in the blast. Help me, please, she says. Of course, we all know she's a friggin' jerk, so she's in bad shape, not gonna make it. And so, again, we get everything kind of sort of what happened. I'm not gonna read all that here. Jason ran away to look for her, and here we go. And the Joker. I have a Batman playlist. I've covered the first two. Anyway, so Batman asked Sheila, "What happened here, Joker? He tied us up, set the bomb to explode, wanted to eliminate all evidence of his being here. Jason tried to rescue me. We almost made it so close. He turned out to be such a good kid. All his problems, he still turned out to be good. He's much better than I deserve, much better. He threw himself in front of me. He took the main brunt of the blast. Such a good boy. Must have really loved his mother. His mother. His is, ugh. And so, gone. The pain is all behind. Too bad she didn't confess about being such a frigging horrible, even at the end. So, I don't feel any sympathy for her dying. But, so now Batman's gonna look great. Jim Aparo. Unfortunately, Aparo toward this era, Aparo has sort of he didn't evolve, and his art is decent. I corner him or compare him as like a John Romita / John Buscema of DC, and if you look at his, which I will eventually get to, his 70s work, it's beautiful, exquisite, my goodness gracious. But his 80s work, I just don't think, I think he was past his prime, and you know, they had a chance to get Todd McFarlane, but he ended up in Marvel because, you know, they just let him do year 2, and he would have stayed for Batman, but of course not. So here, Batman finds Jason Todd and gives him a hug, and of course, Robin is dead, along with his costume. We will never have to see this stupid costume ever again, because the next time Batman gets a Robin, it's a better costume. So, great panel here. I really enjoy this. This is so it's very heartbreaking. So good job by Aparo. So Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. So Here are the medical supplies you contracted for, Effendi. Let it be known that the Joker always delivers on his words. We are indeed pleased by this, but there is another matter we must discuss. I have two gentlemen with me who wish to speak to you. And who might they be? Asked the Joker. We are members of the Iranian Secret Service. My. Ah, now what would a couple of Ayatollah's boys want with me? Our superior has a business proposition he'd like to discuss with you. He's waiting in the rear office. And so, here, hold this. I'll settle up with you boys when I get back. Please, sir, my superior is not used to be kept waiting. So, is that supposed to be my cue to jump through a hoop? Sorry, Effendi, I don't do requests, says the Joker. And, if you live long enough, you get to know me, Abdul, you'll find that the Joker isn't impressed by just anyone. And so this is supposed to be the Ayatollah. You need to know 80s history. So, I have a position in my government I wish to offer you, Monsieur Joker. So, by the way, the Ayatollah is still alive. And so, I remove what little remains of Jason's costume that could have identified him as Robin before calling the authorities. They've got a million questions. This takes up most of the day. Bruce Wayne patiently answers their every inquiry. No, I don't know what caused the explosion. Maybe something they had stored there. The victims' names were Sheila Haywood and Jason Todd. They were mother and son. Yes, I'll see to having the bodies flown back to the States for burial. I'll take care of everything. Oh, poor little Bruce. So, the cops continue their search for the cause of the tragedy. Evidence I've already removed from the scene. Let them write it off as an accident. There's no reason for them to be involved. This is a personal matter. It is something that Joker and I should have settled between us a long time ago. But you never really do, because the Batman needs the Joker. And, you know, all these villains, but the Joker defines Batman. He doesn't kill, and when they do try to get rid of the Joker, he ends up coming back. So, I don't locate the warehouse the Joker used until the following night. I know he'll be long gone from here, but it's got to be checked out anyway. The Joker may have left a clue to his whereabouts, along with the bodies of his discarded henchmen. I'll never get used to the rigored smiles of the Joker's victims. So, man, that Joker has no, yeah. Truly, they write him as probably the most immoral character there's out there. So, I hit the jackpot, but not because of any deductive reasoning on my part. Batman, see you at 42nd and 1st, Joker. I take the Joker at his word and head home. Sheila and Jason accompany me in the plane's cargo bay. There's not a big turnout for the funeral. Had no idea how to contact any of Sheila's old friends. So we have Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, Alfred, Bruce, and a minister here. So, and Jason's life was too short for his passing to cause many ripples. You see, the world doesn't know that the new Robin is dead. That's the way it has to remain if I want to maintain a secret identity. Yeah, I know, that's cold, but that's how it's going to be. It's a mean, cruel world out there. Should I get in touch with Master Dick, Master Bruce, huh? No, Alfred, I'll handle this myself. No help from now on. That's the way I want it. But we all know Batman collects Robins, so it doesn't matter. So, in Gotham City, there's a deli, drugstore, newsstand, and department store on the corner of 42nd and 1st. It's highly unlikely that's where the Joker wants to meet. In Metropolis, there's 2 parking lots, another deli, and an office building on those corners. No, but in New York City, the United Nations Plaza, this has got to be it. The Joker wanted me to know he was coming to the UN, but why? What is he planning? Then, Joker, it'll be just you and me. I've excused the evil you've done in the past because of your insanity. I'll not make that mistake again. So, Batman, someone calls out. He turns around. Superman, what are you doing here? The State Department asked me to stop by. Very good picture. Um, I'm also a huge fan of these thick lines on the inking. So why? Because they guessed you'd be here. How did they know that? The Iranian government informed them that you might show up to cause trouble. And Batman says, Superman, what's going on here? And Superman says, this is not going to be easy to explain, Batman. I'm not sure I understand how it all came about myself. Iran has a new ambassador to the UN showing up today. The State Department checked. It's all legitimate and by the book. So it seems this man now has complete diplomatic immunity. That means no one can arrest him for any crimes in this country. The police can't touch him. Neither can you. His immunity also covers any violations of the law he might have committed before being appointed to the post. I love this drawing of Batman here. Very long ears. I normally give him shorter ears, but not quite as short as Frank Miller. More like the Joe Quesada when he does his ears, but actually maybe a little longer. Maybe about half of what these are, but these are. I think. Oh my gosh, Kelly Jones. Now that is draws long ears. So, I'm sorry, Batman. That's the way it works. We have to go along with the diplomatic madness. Diplomatic immunity is a two-way street. If we don't honor Iran's rights in this matter, there's no reason for them to respect ours. I don't know. I didn't know they ever did, or did you just forget they took over our embassy a few years ago? If you try anything, Batman, it could cause an international incident. I'm here to talk sense to you, but if that doesn't work, who's the ambassador? God, Batman, you can't figure it out? You're the freaking detective. Why don't you just go home? Who? There's nothing you can do here. And finally, who? And he punches him. And I love how Superman just kind of like, and you can see he kind of went with the punch so as to Batman not break his hand. And he goes, Superman goes, feel better now? And Batman thinks, I think I broke a couple of knuckles. No, but they're badly bruised. You're lucky I rolled with that punch. You could have crippled yourself. I can't believe you actually did that, Batman. What's eating you? When does this new ambassador arrive? That's him pulling up to the curb now. Batman, don't do anything stupid. No. We all know who it is. But how he looks is awesome. So now, isn't this touching? My old pal Superman and Batpest have Superham and Batpest have come to congratulate me. It's true, guys. I'm the new Iranian ambassador to the UN, and here is the Joker. Eat your hearts out. That is awesome. So, this concludes the issue. Batman 428, Jim Starlin, Jim Aparo, and Mike DiCarlo with that great cover by Mike Mignola. Love the red here just to let the Joker be the one that pops out. So, like and subscribe. And I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.